All right, good morning. Good morning. It is October 21st. Yes, October 21st. Wednesday, October 21st of 2020. Something that I should do that I never do is I should give you the disclaimer. Disclaimer, I'm not an investment advisor. I'm trading my own account. I do not recommend you follow my trades. Sometimes I do some dumb shit. With that being said, this is for pure entertainment purposes only. I had something else I wanted to add to that, and I can't even remember what it was. I woke up in the middle of the night to take a leak, and I was like, I should say this. Anyways, it doesn't matter though. We all have different accounts. We're all in different situations, so you got to do you. I'm just here to discuss stocks, trade stocks, and you can see how I trade them and what I do. You can disagree or disagree. It doesn't matter. But regardless, it's been a pretty damn profitable week for me. Very profitable. It's a little disappointing. Where do we start at? Good morning, buy-in. Oh, man. So, I don't know. I'm sure you saw Way yesterday. Man, I nailed this one. I didn't catch the morning spike, though. And you've heard me say that before. You don't need to be there for the morning spike. You don't need to even be there. Look, I didn't even catch the first spike. This is from 1 to 224. Didn't even catch that one. I didn't catch the second spike. What I did is I caught the afternoon squeeze. When it was consolidating and holding VWAP, look how beautiful that consolidation is. Right there. That is such nice consolidation. You know, it had this right here, but once it got bought back up, right into power hour, I just knew it was going to go. So I got in, I think it was like 325, right around in there. I bought in a couple different spots, 330, 308, 320. So average is around 325, 321, I think it was. And then this huge squeeze. I sold my first lot of shares at 4. I sold some more at, actually I added on this pullback at 5. And then sold my next lot of shares at a little over 6. And then I sold some more at 725. And then sold some more in the 826, I think it was. And then I added here on this pullback at 7. Well, actually added at 820, added at 750, added at 7, and then it bounced. And when it bounced, I sold all those shares. I sold the shares that I added at 750 and at 820s. I sold those into this bounce. I decided to hold the rest overnight, and then it got like halted. It got halted. I don't know what the hell happened with it. I'm assuming the SEC halted it because this company is it's a Chinese waste company. So it's a Chinese garbage company. So it explains, which, you know, you got to know what you own. That's why I don't like holding some of this shit overnight, because I held a small position. Thank God it was super small. I only held 500 shares because I knew this thing was, you know, anything can happen. But then this morning, look at this. We wake up and it was halted, and when it opens up way down. So Henry, I texted, I was like, Henry, what the hell's going on with this thing? Why isn't it moving at 6 a.m. when at pre-market? He's like, I don't know. I was like, oh, this isn't good. I was like, if it opens, it's probably going to open way the hell low. And it did. So I bought a shit ton of shares. Well, not a shit ton. I added like 2,500 shares down here in the at 4. And then immediately it got my average down to like 4. I think it was like, got my average down to 440. And then sold into this bounce at 460. So I got average down, sold into this bounce, and now it's just fading. So right now it's done. And TGC, right before the live stream, I went long. TGC. It looks like I need to sell some. Yeah. Okay, I got some long at 290. I'm going to sell some right now. Into this bounce. 329. Actually, I probably should just sell it all. Alright, I'm out 100%. I sold it all. At 330. So that's 40 cents a share on a $3 stock. I'll take that 10%. Give me that shit. Bought it on this pullback. Just sold into this little bounce. It may go higher. I don't know. But I'm going to take that money. Yeah, yesterday was a great. Yesterday was that way trade was awesome, fantastic. Locked in $5,000 on that, and the shitty part is that I was out doing a bunch of errands for work, and I was trading it from my car, which sucks for my phone. So that was a pain in the ass because I didn't get very good executions because the stock was moving so fast. So that was kind of annoying. But, nevertheless. Oh, you're in TGC long from one. Holy shit, buying from 197? Damn. From 197. Look at that. Wow, you caught it early. Oh, you must have caught it on the second minute. So, first minute, each one of these candles are 1 minute. So, 1 minute, 2 minute. You caught it right there on this little pullback. Damn. Please tell me you sold some. Please tell me you're selling some. I hope you are. If I had to pick a side right now, I would probably short this bounce. But I'm not going to short it. So, there's probably no shares anyways. A couple others that I'm watching. KXIN. This one has been a nice runner. Made some good money off this one. Had this big squeeze. So, I think it was, Monday. This is where I made all my money on Monday. Like I said before, you don't have to be there for the initial spike. You know, I had the initial spike. It was holding VWAP right here. High a day break. You know, it's holding over VWAP. It's breaking high a day. Where did I get in at? I didn't catch a very big piece of this. I got. Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, I was buying the high day break at 6. I was buying this high day break at 6. It kind of consolidated, and then as it started to squeeze and went to 7, I sold right into this push towards 7. So I only took $1 a share, you know, and look how much range there was from 3 to 13. I only caught $1 of it. And then on the backside, I did catch when it hit VWAP. I caught this bounce right here, from around $8 up to 9. So I got a piece of it on the backside for that little bounce fade. You don't want to overstay there though on whenever you're on that backside, because it can just roll over real fast, break down from VWAP, and then just keep going. So now today with KXIN, I am, so if we look at the daily chart on it, so it's a multi-day runner. We got one day, one big green day, consolidates, 2 big green days, and you notice, look, it sells off. It spikes really hard, but it sells off, but it usually comes back. So this one had its big squeeze, big volume day, its big blow off top volume, then it sold off. So I'm looking to buy. TGC up to the 370s. Wow. Buying's also long ASTC. We'll get to that one in just 1 second. So I'm looking to buy into a morning panic on KXIN. So I think that if this thing, if we look at like a 15-minute chart, I mean, it's been having a low volume sell-off for the last couple days. So if I'm thinking we should get some support around like 3. I'll probably start buying it up at around like it goes down to 350. I'm gonna start buying it for sure. I'll probably start buying anything below 4. Oh, look at our good friend WWR. Thank God I cut that one last week. But I do think WWR can spike. I think we can have a morning spike on WWR. Where is WWR? I don't even have it up on my charts right now. WWR. So WWR down to the 420s. I did take a small position. I took a little bit in the 460s, a little bit in the 440s, just for a dabble. I'm looking to add to that because I do. You notice pretty much every day it'll have a morning spike, and I'm not looking to overstay at all. So if I get 50 cents a share on it, I'll be selling into a morning spike towards 5. Also, same setup. Off its highs. NNDM. This has been a multi-day runner. I caught this one long last Friday in the live stream. I was long from the 450s, selling at 5. Then I caught the short from the 570s. And yesterday I was covering my short. I think, what did I cover at? I think I got my last cover at 350. I think it was 350. And then I bought it and it bounced a little bit up to 4. So, and then I sold that. And then now I am long WWR, not WWR, NMDM. I'm long from 355. So if we look at this multi-day runner, 2 days of selling, I think the red to green, this is our best. I think this is our best potential bouncer. This in KXIN is potential, or the red to green is 375. So I'm looking to. It goes green on the day. I think it'll probably squeeze and pop. Definitely not gonna overstay. If it goes to 4, if we get 50 cents a share out of it, this thing doesn't. It's not super volatile, but but you don't have to worry about it going too low on you on the downside. But it's not gonna squeeze crazy on the upside. I just sold it. Awesome at 331. Fantastic. I mean, it could go higher. Don't feel bad if it does. It could go higher. Definitely could go higher. I mean, I got out pretty quick. Rinse and repeat. All right. Well, look at that. Looks like we're going to break 4 on TGC. Maybe. Is it TGC? Why am I not? Oh, because I have the daily chart up. There we go. God, I wish I could short it up here. I probably don't wish I could short it up here. I probably hurt myself. Let's see. There's a lot moving today. A lot of tickers, a lot of multi-day runners that we've had in the last few days. So there's a lot to keep an eye on today. JMI, higher price stock, $15. I'm looking to probably fade this one, short this one. In fact, I probably should short a little bit here. It's a multi-day runner. It's moved into resistance. Yesterday got stuffed up in the 17s, and it's looking like. In fact, I think I'm going to take a position on it because the red to green on this is 1530s. I already have 3 stocks that I'm trading though. I don't want to have too many. I'm not going to trade it right now. The red to green on is 1536. I'm going to wait till the market open. But I mean, if it goes red on the day, if it gets below 1536, it's probably going to fade the rest of the day. ASTC. Let's talk about that one. ASTC. This one, wow. Henry yesterday, he texted me. He caught this one in the after hours yesterday. He caught a real nice piece of this one. I don't know if he's still in it now. But now, it's kind of chopping around mid-range. I've got no bias on it either way right now. I don't know if it's, I mean, if you put a gun to my head and I had to pick a side, I'd probably say it's probably going to dump at the open. But I always think that about these big, huge gappers. It's because they do. But this one is kind of mid-range, and it is putting some support in the 370s. I mean, it could definitely squeeze. I really, really don't have, I'm not going to say it's going to go up or it's going to go down. I don't know what to do with it, so I'm not going to trade it. I'm just going to put it on a side chart and watch it, because I don't know 100% what it's going to do. I do know it's trash, and I do know, because I've traded this one in the past, if you look at this daily chart, I mean, it's got a history of failed spikes over and over and over. And, you know, and they could do an offering. They do have a history of doing offerings. So their stock squeezes, they'll do an offering. They need money. You know, they need money. Of course they need money. Let me get this one up on a side chart. Oh, I missed the short on VVPR. That's okay, though. Can't catch them all. ASTC. Got that one on a side chart. Wow, we're already almost to the open at 8:26. And TGC kind of rolling over a little bit. So TGC looks the most interesting to me right now. I'm kind of curious. Might watch that one right at the open. ASTC. Long from 385. ASTC. Well, you already got $1 share out of it right now, ASTC. Please tell me you sold some into 7. I mean, or unless you got long down. Unless you got long down here this morning. Yeah, you probably got long down here. Put in this triple bottom. I probably would have sold some into that squeeze towards 5. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Matt, did you catch any of that way yesterday, that pinche way? Matt's long at 465. ASTC. Matt, if this thing squeezes leading into the open right now, sell into that squeeze, man. Because it's probably going to be short-lived before it gets stuffed. I hate to be pessimistic, but take your profits. If it squeezes into the open, right at the open. It looks like it's going to. I'm going to watch this one right at the open. You're in at 465. ASTC is a Ross pump. Of course it is. He can't push these stocks all alone, though. Everybody wants to blame Ross. Everyone wants to say that he pumps them all, but I mean, he does. But I mean, if a stock's got huge volume, just him and his chat room alone can't move the stock the way it needs to be. It can move it a little, but not like we're thinking. I can't get an ASTC right now. I don't know which way it's going to go right at the open. I could see it squeezing. I could see it, but if it does squeeze, I feel like the squeeze is going to be very, very short-lived. We got 30 seconds till the open. So I'm watching NNDM, ASTC, TGC, KXIN, JMI, the pinche way. For some damn reason, I'm still watching WWR. TGC just giving it up. All right. Come on, ASTC. Squeeze, squeeze. Look at that. There we go. Sell into it, Matt. Please sell into it. Please. Don't be mad at me if it keeps there. Look at that smack, though. Quick. That's what I was talking about. Did you get some out? Tell me you sold, Matt. Tell me you sold at 5. TGC trying to hold 3. TGC might hold 3. I don't know. TGC up 178%. I kind of want to buy TGC right now. And I missed it. I tried to get some at 3 and I missed it. TGC's got a float of 10 million. Nah, I'm not buying TGC. I don't know what it's going to do. I'll wait. I'll wait till it puts in key areas of support and resistance. And it's starting to spike. A little bit. You're out. What'd you get out at, Matt? What'd you sell? I'm hoping $5. $5. You know, if you sold at 5, you got out at 5. That's 40 cents a share almost. It's not 10%, but it's close to it, and it's a winner. TGC, there it goes. I tried to buy it at 3. I missed it. And I'm not chasing the spike. If I would have got in at 3 right there at 3, I tried to get it at 3, then it went to like the 320. I'm not chasing that. But if I would have got in at 3, I would be selling right here in the 350s, 360s, 370s. And KXIN trying to go green on the day. KXIN trying to go green. I'm still long right now with the 455 average. It gets over 475. It's going to squeeze KXIN. KXIN's volatile as shit. So I'm going to get ready for my sell orders. Because as soon as it gets over that red to green line, KXIN, we should get a nice squeeze. Look, there it goes. We're about to go green. It's testing. Testing the red to green. Come on, bitch. Let's do it. Go green. All right, I sold some. Small profits. It might get rejected by this red to green. I can always add back. Sold some more. So now my new average is 437. I'm going to sell some more. It's getting rejected by the red to green. It's not pushing through the red to green, so I sold some more. I just kept a small piece. Tiny piece. I'm going to add on a pullback. NNDM starting to go green on the day as well, or it's testing red to green. NNDM. So this is a number 5 dip buy. If this can go green on the day, if it can get over 375, then we could potentially see a push towards 4. Okay, I got an order to add to my KXIN at 451. So if it pulls back a little bit, KXIN, then I'll be adding. Look at that TGC, just immediate. Got out at 475. That's okay. Slow as computer. That's all right. Hey, you made some money on it though, and at least you didn't lose. And at least you got out. You got the fuck out. At least you knew that spike could be very, very short-lived. You don't want to overstay on that. KXIN holding. Man, KXIN is holding up near that red to green, making me want to get back in. Okay, I dabbled. I took some more. Took some more at, what price did I get it at? How come I'm not getting my alerts anymore? 468. KXIN. BRN hitting the high day scanner. BRN spiking. BRN's got a float of 3.79 million. Just squeezed from $1 to $1.30. The daily. It's got a lot of failed spikes, but most of them do anyways. We'll just watch it. Keep it on the sidelines. And am I going to get my ad? KXIN. 451. All right, I added some more at 453 on KXIN. Didn't get a full, I didn't get executed on everything I wanted to add, but that's okay. And TGC looks like it's putting in a little support at 250. And we're green on the day on NNDM. We're green on the day. I think I probably should sell some of that right now. I mean, it's green, but it's not really squeezing past. NNDM's a slow mover, though. You got to give it some time. Maybe I'll just set a stop loss in and let it work for me. I'll put in a stop loss just below red to green. I think 365. In fact, I might add right here. Okay, I added to the winner on NNDM. I think I'm going to set the stop loss at like 359 on NNDM. The red to green on it is 373. So I'm going to give it a little bit of wiggle room. I'm going to set it a few cents below VWAP. We'll see if it can't hold green on the day. 373 is the red to green, so we'll see if it can't hold green, maybe consolidate over green, and then maybe we get a squeeze up over 4. TGC coming back. WWR still sad as fuck. WWR is funny. Maybe not funny, but pathetic would be more like the word. And I missed the JMII. I knew I should have took a pre-market. I knew I should have took it pre-market. I just did. I had too many. I don't like having too many stocks to watch right at the open because they're too volatile. They move too fast. But look at that. I knew this thing was a fucking short, and I was going to pull the trigger pre-market right here in like the 1580s, 1570s. Look at that dump. I'd be covering into that right there. And we're still going up, though, with the old NNDM. KXIN pulling back to the 440, so I'm roughly break even on it right now. I only got 1,000 shares, so. And we're getting a nice squeeze on NNDM. This is our number 5 dip buy right here, NNDM. Perfect number 5 dip buy. In fact, I should have more size on NNDM. I'm glad I added right there, though. I added when it got over red to green at 373. 373. Probably should sell some up here in the 390s. I do got a nice profit right now. Sell a little bit. Why not? Got to take some profits, right? Pay myself. There it goes. So I got some out at 390. KXIN. There it goes. A little bit. Now let's see if it's gonna. Looks like it wants to test. Looks like it wants to test the red to green again. The red to green is 475. So it got rejected once. Let's see if it can start putting in higher lows and continue higher. And WWR trying to spike a little bit. I added a little bit at 423. My average now is 432. Any spike towards 5, I'm selling. But I don't even know if we'll get that. I think we will. I mean, I could get out right now. Take like a $100 loss, but I don't want to do that. ASTC. Look at that. Took my eye off of it. Look at that. Fail. Boom. Look at that. Took my eye off it. Look at it going now. Missed it. Look at that pull. You got this pullback right here to VWAP. Okay, here's our runner for the day. ASTC looks like it's going to be the man or the woman or the hot shit, whatever you want to call it. Well, it'll probably get rejected up here. We'll see how it holds. We'll just watch it, see how it holds. And WWR squeezing to the 430s. I could take a $20 profit right now. I'm actually halfway tempted to do it, just so I don't have to think about it or look at it again. All right, I'm out of WWR. I took a 2-cent loss at 430. I'm just going to take that one off my screen or put it on a side chart. ASTC is way more interesting. Ooh, look at that smackdown. This might be a spot to buy, though, right here on ASTC. Maybe not, though. Ooh, not holding VWAP. See, this is why you got to sell into these squeezes. Look at this. I mean, these things are so whippy. But I'm kind of wanting to buy here at 5. Hell, with how volatile these are, you don't even have to buy a lot of shares. It's getting bought up. I'm going to try to get some. All right, I got some at 506. It goes to 550, I'm selling. I'm going to take the 50 cents or 45 cents. I'm going to take it because these things, they fail just as fast as they spike. It's starting to squeeze now. Anywhere close to 550, I'm selling. There we go. Go. 520. Come on. Look at that volume coming in. All right, I'm out at 530. Kind of scalped it. I probably should be more patient, but I'm just afraid of this thing. I'm afraid. It's so volatile. Look at that. Look at this red candle, man. I mean, that's in fucking 1 minute. You go from 615 all the way down to 517 in 1 minute. Yeah, I don't want to be there for one of those. Oh, shit. My KXIN's going against me. All right. KXIN. Let's see here. All right. Well, glad I sold a little bit. Look at that. 550. Boom. And then it's starting to get rejected. ASTC. You know, you got to think that this is going to act as some type of resistance, this spike right here. We'll see if it can continue holding VWAP and keep stair-stepping up. See how it spiked up, pulled back, held VWAP, spiked up, pulled back. That's what gave me the conviction to buy here at 5. We're at a whole round number. Plus, it already tested VWAP one time and then spike bounced off of it. So I got to assume that it's going to do it another time. I just didn't have the conviction to hold to 550. My goal was 530. And KXIN, I'm putting the stop loss in on KXIN at 429, because if it can't keep, if KXIN can't keep stair stepping up and go green on the day, that means they're going to have more downside, and we can look to dip buy it another time, maybe tomorrow. I'm usually early on a lot of these dip buys. So far, NNDM holding green on the day. In fact, I want to add to NNDM right now. So I'm putting the stop loss in at 428 on KXIN. Could have bought ASTC again right there at 5, but I don't know. It's too choppy. It hasn't really. I mean, I think it's gonna fail. I think odds are it fails, but if you ask Henry, he probably thinks it's going to go to 20. To his credit, though, yesterday he called out, we were both long WEI, and when it started squeezing after hours, he goes, I'm putting in a wish order. I think he said, I'm putting in a wish order for 10. And I seen that, and actually, when I saw that, I was like, normally whenever he puts in, when he tells me some of his wish orders, I'm like, oh, okay, there's no way in hell. But sometimes they go, sometimes they do go there, sometimes they meet his expectations. But yesterday when he said that, I completely and totally believed that it was going to keep going. So if you're out there listening, Henry, that's why I didn't tell you you're full of shit whenever you said 10. I just didn't reply because I was driving. Look at the ASTC. Holding VWAP, holding over 5. I can't get back in. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving away my profits. I've already got nice profits on the day from NNDM. I already caught a piece of it early in the pre-market. Was it this one that I caught in the pre-market? Right when we, no, it was TGC. What is that one doing? Oh, TGC's coming back, guys. Look at TGC. Look at that. Holding the 260s. Look at that double bottom right there. Perfect. Failed. Holding the 260s. All right. TGC's got my attention now. Meanwhile, I should have added right here. Look at that. We got NNDM is consolidating. NNDM's consolidating over VWAP right now. So I think we're going to go over 4 now with NNDM. So I'm going to hold those shares. In fact, I probably should just put a stop loss just under. I'm going to put a stop loss at 369 on NNDM. But we're going. I think we're going over 4. Probably don't even need to put in the stop loss. TGC. I'll just. Oh man, I was just about to buy it, and we're gonna squeeze. All right, I'm buying it. Look at it, it's going higher. It's rejected, rejected, rejected. Fuck it, pulling the trigger. I bought it. I hate to buy near the highs like this into strength, but I feel like it's gonna break out. I got in at 361. It's got to do it fast though. If it doesn't squeeze to 4 immediately, I'm gonna get out. And it's pulling back. Well, I'm not gonna cut it just yet. In fact, I might add. Down to the 330s. See, this is why I don't like buying into strength, you know? Was thinking it was about to squeeze and break out and go. Maybe I don't want to add yet. It's pretty volatile. Oh wait, it's holding VWAP. So we'll see if it can consolidate over VWAP. Yep, this is why I don't like to buy into strength. So now I got to figure out a way to finesse my way out of this without losing too much money. I could add right here in the 320s. I really almost did. All right, I added. Added at 330. Come on. My average now is 344. Come on. It's going to hold. Come on. Okay, I sold the first lot of shares. So now my new average is actually it's 327. Got a better execution than I thought. So we'll see if it can break out. I'll risk the low of this candle, which would be 311. This thing's pretty volatile. I'm going to reduce my shares, my size some more. Oh, look at that. There we go. There we go. I'm selling into that right there. Got some out in the 360s. Now we're going to the 370s. I'll hold the rest. I'll hold the rest. We might get a halt right now. Look at that. 4. I'm going to sell some more. Boom, we're over 4 now. Okay, I sold some at 4. Maybe 4. We're getting halted. We're getting halted. What did I get executed at? I know that I can. Not only my phone alerts me and tells me exactly what a price I'm getting out at, and it's not showing it. There's a way I can do it here on E-Trade Pro, and I forgot. Views. No. Anyways, I know I got executed over 4. Thought I was going to get halted. Nope, not halted yet. So I might look to add some shares back on this pullback right here. I'm going to buy some more right here. All right, I bought some more. Back. Bought some more. Average is now 347. Maybe that was a bad idea. I'm going to put the stop loss in at just under 320. Just in case we get a big giant death candle. I don't want to lose on it. Quote. All right, I got a stop loss in at 319. So we'll see. This is why you sell into strength. That's why. I mean, if you buy the stock at say 330 and it goes to 4, that's 70 cents a share on a $3 stock. Take that shit. ASTC, complete and utter failure. Exactly. That's why those big moves, you got to take them. Definitely some volatility this morning. And it took me out. I'm out for the rest of my shares. That's okay, though. Made some money on it. And then we got, actually, NMDM. If you want like a pretty solid setup for a buy right now, NMDM. It's holding over VWAP. It's consolidating. If I was going to recommend taking any trade that's like solid right now, that is very high probable setup that it's gonna bounce and keep going. Look, we're over red to green. It's 372, 374. You risk 373, risk 370, and it's consolidating right over the red to green. So I mean, the longer it stays over to the 370s, stays over red to green, stays over VWAP, it holds this, the more likely it's going to push over 4. It's sold off for a couple days. I mean, it's got a really pretty daily chart. I really like the daily a lot. This is a classic number 5 dip buy right here. Multi-day runner, squeeze up, pulls back for 2 days. And then now we're looking at the first green day or first day back. JFU. Ooh, look at that. Glad I got out of TGC. TGC fucking halted. Glad I got out of that. Let's see here. JFU, you say? JFU. Second green day. Third green day. Multi-day runner. Nice, Matt. I mean, look at the 15-minute chart. Yeah, nice multi-day runner. Spike, pull back. Today it's spiking, it's pulling back. Looks like every time it spikes, it pulls back. But now, I mean, you almost want to. It makes me want to buy on this dip right here, Matt, on JFU. Because it looks like every dip has gotten bought up the last couple days. So NMDM, since it's not the quickest mover, I'm just going to stick my stop loss in at 369. So as long as it holds green on the day, because NMDM could be a multi-day run, it could bounce for a couple of days. So I'll just put in my stop loss at 371 or 369, stop on quote, and we'll just let this trade work for us, or for me. ASTC failing, TGC failing. This JFU, what is the float on it is 48 million. Yesterday I had huge volume. Pretty big volume yesterday. I did 30 million yesterday. Do I want to buy it or not? JFU. Kind of like buying it. I mean, it's at, if I look at JFU, I mean, yesterday it's pulling back to yesterday's highs. It's near VWAP. I'm gonna buy some JFU, Matt. Probably I'm gonna risk 160. So I got some JFU at 167. Bought some more at 169, which makes me want to not risk 160, but that's okay. JFU. Oh, it's dumping now. Alright, I'm going to get my stop loss in. Maybe I don't want to cut it yet. I mean, every time it sells off, yesterday it sold off really, really hard, and then it came back. Well, it didn't come back till the after hours, so I don't want to try to watch this shit all day. So yeah, I'm going to cut the trade if it doesn't work. I mean, I shouldn't keep my stop loss so tight on it, but I don't want to sit there and watch it go against me and then wait and then sit there and have to pay attention to it all day long. It's either going to hold the 160s and it's going to come back and it's going to hug VWAP and it's going to squeeze. And we got TGC open, or I'm going to get out. TGC at 3 makes me want to buy it right here. It's getting bought up. I'm buying it. I got some at 3. Yeah, I got some at 3. Should get a spike. I'm hoping for a spike back to VWAP, back to the 330s. But I don't have a lot of faith in it right now. Oh, I'm gonna get out. I don't trust it. It could just slap down through. I got out. It could slap down through that 250 and then never come back. We'll just watch it and see how it holds. Look, there it goes. There's 3. And JFU. Up to the 170s now. We're getting a little spike. Rejected. Okay, I sold a little bit at 169 just to reduce my position size on JFU. And NNDM is approaching 4 now. So that trade working out pretty well. TGC, I mean, I want to buy it, but I don't trust it at all. I feel like it can still go, though. It is going to go. All right, FOMO got me. FOMO got me. TGC. I need to get the stop loss in, though, I got it at $2.99. I really don't want to risk 25 cents on this. Shit. Okay, I'm officially over trading. I went back to the well. It might squeeze for me, though. I need to be hands off the steering wheel right now. I don't want to take the loss, but come on, TGC. It's about to pick a direction. And whichever way it goes, it's probably going to go fast and hard. There's, get over 3. Rejected. All right, I got out at 296, so basically break even. I'm not willing to risk it. I mean, I feel like once it picks a direction, it's either going to squeeze up to VWAP or it's going to slam down. So look at that, NNDM. This is a picture perfect setup. NNDM. Look at that. We're over 4 now. I mean, it's not the quickest mover in the world, but this is a very, very reliable setup. It's consolidated over VWAP. It went green on the day. You know, it's the first green day after a low volume sell-off. In fact, I probably should take some profits here. I'm not going to take too much, though. That was the most reliable setup of the day. Maybe I should wait some. I always sell too early. All right, I sold some at 406. I'm going to look to sell some more into a push towards like 420. Well, I'm going to sell more now. What the hell? There we go. Sold some more. And, hey, JFU right there starting to pop up. So I'm still in JFU. We're up to the 170s. I'm hoping to get a test of 190 again, but is it going to get there? Sold a little bit at 173. And NNDM, I'm planning on adding more shares. So it pulls back to say like the 390s. I'm going to add some shares back. I'm going to average up a little bit. Add into the winter. There we go. 180 on JFU. Good trade idea, Matt. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. 180. I'm selling some more right here. Boom. And we're squeezing. There we go, JFU. Is it going to get through high a day? I have no clue. Man, it has a lot of tops up here, though. Look, a top there in the 190s, a top here, 190. So it gets over 190. Look, volume's coming in. Look at this. Look at this. It could get rejected right here. But if it gets over 190, gets over 2, volume is coming in. Look at this volume push. Nice trade idea, Matt. Fuck yeah. Fucking thoughts on Way is sketchy as fuck, is what I think. Here, we'll look at it in just a second after. Right now, get the focus on JFU. Rejected by 190. I knew I should have sold the rest at 190. I'm going to hold it, though. I think if it can consolidate up here, it might not give it all up. And it gets over 190, this thing's going to squeeze. I might try to look to add on a pullback. And there goes TGC holding. Okay, I hop back in. It's consolidating and it's holding. I got back in TGC at 313. I'm looking for a squeeze to 350. And it's getting pushed back. God, I don't trust this damn thing. I'm out. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I think JFU is going higher than 190. I'm adding. I added at 189. There it goes. I added at 189. 190. Come on. Is it going to break out? My new average on JFU is 179 now. So, I mean, I've already taken profits on it, so I could just risk 179. Look at that, 195. It's breaking out. JFU breaking out. I should pump it. JFU. Breaking out. There we go. Glad I got rid of that TGC. That thing is scary. NNDM holding over 4. All right. JFU rejected. I got a little impatient with my ad. But the volume is good. I like the volume a lot. So today, I mean, absolute best case scenario, 250 would be my goal. But there's a lot of resistance on the daily chart at $2. So I mean, it's going to take some serious volume. Look right here, a lot of consistent resistance right here at 2. So it's going to have 250 would be my absolute probably best case scenario. I mean, I kind of want to start shorting it because it's the third green day, but we'll see how it holds up. And then if we get a parabolic move where the candles start getting really, really extended, maybe I'll try to short it. JMIA bouncing towards red to green. I'm going to short some here. Today's first red day. Pulling back to the 180s. I'm going to add some more on this pullback on JFU. Well, I missed it. I tried to get some more, but I missed it. So it's holding the 180s. Here we go. We're going to 2 on JFU. What the hell? I still have some TGC. Still have TGC. I had some shares. I didn't even know it. I had 140 shares. Oh, I didn't get executed on my whole order. Woo. Thank God I noticed that. Sell. Get me out. All right. There we go. Now we're over 2 on JFU. Look at that, Matt. Bison's looking to short JFU. Yes, I agree. I'm looking to short it too. In fact, I kind of want to start in short right now. Oh, no shares. I'm going to box myself in. All right, so now we're going to take profits into this push over 2. I'm going to have to take it all out. I'm all out at 2. I mean, it might go higher, but I'm just going to take it because there's just too much resistance on the daily chart. It's a third green day. I mean, it could keep extending and get over 2, but I'm just going to take it. I mean, yeah, made 30 cents a share on a $1.50 stock, $1.60 stock. I'll take it. It could get over 2 and keep going. If it was Henry, would stay in it. He would stay in the trade. He would see the potential of 220, 225, 250. But I'm just I don't like the daily scares me. But we're over 2. Keep going. I hope it keeps going. Uh-oh. Looks like KXN's about to hit my risk. Bear back. I gotta drink of water. Yep. Rejected by 2. JFU. So far. It's a ton of resistance at that $2 level. A lot. We'll see if it can hold up. The JMI short's working out well. We're starting to anyways. So I missed this morning. I was going to short in the pre-market. I missed this dump right here, but it bounced. Red to green is 540, 538. So it bounced up close right up here, up close to red to green. So I shorted right here near red to green. And now it's starting to roll over, so hopefully we can get a fade. Today's first red day. I mean, I should have been short yesterday, but I was too focused on the pinche way. But yeah, yesterday it put in this shooting star candle right here. So you got all you see if you look at the daily chart, this is definitely a very short. I mean, nothing is guaranteed, obviously. Maybe it's not obvious to some people, but if you look at the daily chart, if you look at this candle, it's squeezed up. I mean, it's already a multi-day runner. I was already watching this one for a couple days looking for the short, but I mean, you see all this resistance it had on the daily chart up close to the 1750s, 16s, 17s. You see all this resistance right here, and then when you put yesterday when it sold off, you know, you got all that selling pressure. So you got this long extended wick, the shooting star. So there's a lot of selling showed a lot of selling pressure yesterday. So that's why this morning I was looking to short this morning, which I missed it, but I might be a little late to the party, but it's working out right now. Today's first red day, so we're over 2. NNDM pulling back to the 290s or 390s. I'm going to add. Okay, I got an ad at 394 on my NNDM. So we're over 2. Don't overstay, Matt. I'm out of KXIM. I'm out at 429. It's going lower. It looks like it's going to crack low a day. But we'll keep watching KXIM because that thing's going to bounce. I don't know where it's going to bounce, or maybe later today or tomorrow, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on it because KXIM is so volatile. When it does decide to bounce, the bounce will be really nice. So I might, if it gets under 4 and goes to 350, I might try rebuying it down there. But for right now, I'm out. I got out at 429. Take your money and run. No shit, huh? I would play. You know what? I would play the Steve Miller song "Take Your Money and Run" right now, but YouTube will they'll tell me to fuck off. They'll get mad. They'll tell me I'm naughty and they'll take down the video. I'm testing low a day with KXIN. So I might try to rebuy at 4. A small dabble though, nothing big. Because I really feel like tomorrow or the next day, KXIN is going to bounce. All right, I took a tiny piece of KXIN. Like just a nibble. Nothing big at all. Just to stay interested in the trade, in the stock. Just to keep me involved. At 413. Which it's not really ready. If I was going to tell someone, if I was going to ask somebody if this is a long right now, I'd be like, no, it's not a long. And you're like, well, why are you buying it then? Well, I'm buying it just to stay involved. I just want to kind of, because if I have a little tiny piece of it, I'm going to be watching it, paying attention to it. I'll be more attentive to it if I just have a little nibble. We're in the 390s, consolidating over VWAP again with NNDM. All right, look at that. JFU bought up in the 190s. I don't know if you're still in, Matt. Are you still in, Matt, or did you sell? You know what, Matt? I missed the $10 squeeze, bro. I was driving, man. I was like, I cannot keep. I noticed I was like, I could not. I was like, I can't be looking at my phone. So I had that sell at $8.26 yesterday on Way, and I was like, all right, I only had 250 shares left at that time. After I sold at 8.26, I was like, I'm just gonna hold these till tomorrow. So I didn't even see the extra $2 a share that it went up, or else I probably would have just sold the rest at 10. Yeah, I put my phone down. I didn't look at it for a while. I was like, man, I gotta stop looking at my phone while I'm driving. I'm gonna get in a fucking wreck. Like a couple times, I just pulled over on the side of the road. I was just like, I was wishing I was at home. Okay, so my new average on NNDM now is 381. I want to add some more. I'm gonna add some more right here on NNDM. So now I'm just going to risk VWAP on NNDM now. Not even red to green. I mean, I should risk red to green, but it's holding over VWAP so nicely. I mean, I should risk 375. I will risk 375. Man, there's a ton of resistance on that at that $2, man. Oh, I thought you were in. Hey, Matt, you know you're using Thinkorswim software, right? You know, and I recommend this to anybody that's new to trading. Is if you're new to trading, I mean, I probably couldn't do it, but Henry did a hell of a job of it for about a year. Henry he didn't even trade real money. Well, he did have some real money, but he would rarely trade his real money. He would only trade his real money on on really sure setups. But like whenever you're just starting, you don't even know what a sure setup is. You know, when you're sure, you really haven't develop that intuition for what you're looking for. So I know that on Thinkorswim and on eTrade Pro and on Interaction Brokers on their software, there's a switch where you can just do paper trading only. Click it over to the paper trading and then prove to yourself that you can grow an account via paper trading. It's not the same, but I mean, if you treat it like real money, I mean, if you tell yourself, you know what, I'm not putting my real money in the market till I can prove to myself, you know, that I can take, say $5,000 and turn it into, 25 grand or 10,000. You know, I'm not gonna put any real money. If I have to take $5,000 and take it to 10 grand, then I know that, that okay, I can at least double my account. I can grow it. And then when you accomplish that goal, maybe then start. And by then you'll kind of have an idea of what you like, what you don't like. JMIA's, the short's working out nice. Put the stop loss in on NNDM. I kind of want to add some more here. Really want to add some more right here. All right, I added NNDM right there on this little pullback. And I am going to set the stop loss at, see, if I would have set it just below VWAP, I would have just got taken out. But really, the level that matters the most, I would say, is red to green, which red to green is at 374. So I'm going to set it just below 374. I'm going to set it at 373. I mean, even that might be too tight, because sometimes they dip below green to red, and then they come back. Put my stop loss in. And this is one, NNDM, I mean, granted it stays green on the day, and it keeps consolidating, and keeps gearing and perking and putting in higher lows. I mean, you know, it could keep going. JFU not one to hold, not one to give up that 190 very easily. All right, what's TGC doing? TGC all the way down to the 240s now, giving it up. ASTC, same thing. Sad, sad, sad. Oh, that sucks. I didn't know Thinkorswim, it's delayed. Yeah, live is way better. The bounce on WWR should be epic. You know what? WWR, there was one really good dip buy opportunity, which thank God I was early because I got it. But other than that, there was only one real good dip buy. That was after the initial, right here, the initial big sell-off when I was short. My last cover was 826, and then it double bottomed here in the 670s, and then the next morning they put out some fluffy press release, and I was up like $6,000. I woke up the next morning, I was up $6,000, almost $6,000 on it in the 9s. And I didn't take it all off. I only sold half of it, and then it just sold off the entire day, and it just kept selling. I mean, it's been an outlier, needless to say. And I feel like if it ever decides to roll over, remember Henry, I was like, dude, this company's garbage is going to end up where it started. I was like, a month from now, it would be back where it started. Henry was like, bullshit, no way. I'm like, dude, the filings on this thing are absolutely atrocious. This company's so bad. And here we are, not even a month later, it's back where it started. So, you know what I would think, Matt? I mean, you would think that this thing would have some kind of bounce sooner or later. Like at least to like 6, 7, or 8. I mean, it tried to have a first green day here a few days ago, and then it just got rejected. That's when I got out. See, a few days ago, you see it started to spike up to almost 7. And I sold a bunch there, and then when it just couldn't hold its gains, you need it to hold its gains. When it couldn't hold its gains, I was like, I just took it all off. Fuck it, it's not going to bounce. And it didn't. It just kept fucking fading. What a piece of shit. I'm going to add to my JMI short. What did It seems possible that JFU will have one more push left in it. Volume is big today so far, 26 million versus 30 million yesterday. That's a good observation, Bison. I agree. Well, it's selling off pretty hard, though. I actually tried to short it up here at 2, but there was no shares at E-Trade. I've been trying to make a decision. So I'm gonna get one of the higher end brokers. I'm either gonna go with Cobra or Centerpoint Securities because they would have had shares to short on a stock like this. They would have had shares to short probably on ASTC, on TGC, and I'm trying for those brokers. I think you need like a minimum of like 30 or 50,000. So I'm like, what do I want to do? Do I want to take some money out of my account and open a new broker, a high-end broker that has shares to short, or do I want to sell my wife's car that she's been making me drive and buy a new truck? I can't make up my mind which I want to do more. Or I could just wait. I don't know. Open a new broker or buy a new truck. What do you guys think? JFU, I don't think JFU has another squeeze in it. I mean, it better hold right here in the 170s. And then it's got to come back, 40 cents if it, yeah. I don't like JFU right now. To me, it looks like a short. It's third green day. It's got so much resistance at 2 on the daily chart. I mean, the volume's bigger now than it was yesterday, and it still can't squeeze anymore. So, unless it starts getting bought up and it holds 170, I could be wrong though. I mean, it could hold this trend, could start going sideways. It's still possible. I'm just saying I think the odds are against it doesn't. It's selling off pretty hard. Speaking of a dip buy, Matt, you were like asking about, if the bounce should be epic on WWR. I think that the bounce is going to be much more prevalent or more willing to bounce on KXIN. Dude, look how volatile this thing is, man. I mean, WWR was volatile too, but it took multiple days for it to squeeze that much. Look at this one. This one, I mean, 2 days, goes from 2 to 13. So I think that maybe if this thing keeps selling off to maybe 353, I think we should have a first green day here, soon. Maybe even today. Who knows? I don't know. It's amazing how whenever I first started trading, and I was thinking about whenever the gurus or the teachers, like my teacher, I would ask him. I'd be, well, what about this one? What about that one? Is this one going to go higher? And I remember he would always say, a lot of times he'd be like, he'd usually yell at me and be like, I don't trade fucking biotechs. I don't know what the fuck it's going to do. So I'm not touching it. He always be like, I don't know. And I'm like, remember thinking to myself, you're the teacher. You're supposed to know. How do you not know? But now, later on down the road, I realized that to know is the path to knowing. No. That made no sense. To not know is the path to knowing. To being open, to being willing to change your bias and be flexible to the price action. To know that you don't really truly know. because we don't. Try not to predict, just react, right? I mean, ultimately, I think we are predicting, but reacting to the price action is much, much better than say, like some people, they would see a good piece of news, they'd buy it, and then when it starts going against them, they would stay in the trade because they're like, God, this is such great news. So I'm just not going to cut the trade because the news is so good. But we're not trading the news. The only thing that pays us is the price. That's why price action is king. It doesn't matter what the news says. If the price doesn't match what the news says, then what's the fucking point? Open the new account. Will be way better for the live stream. Wow, you guys are broke, or you guys are fuck your new vehicle. Open the new account. Oh, man. You know what, though? I'll be honest with you. I'm a little scared to open the new account. Because my biggest losses have come from shorts. And sometimes I'm just like... Sometimes I'm glad that I didn't have shares to short. Because sometimes there's some... Like I said, being able to change your bias or be flexible... there's been times when I was like, man, I would short right here. I would pile in right here. And then the motherfucker goes up like another $3 a share. So I'm partially afraid that if I get the new higher end broker where I get the shares to short, that I'm going to do something fucking crazy and decimate the account because I'll have a newfound freedom and I might lack some discipline. I might not be obedient to my rules. And if there's one thing that I know, that disobedience to your rules in the market is not prosperous. I'll be right back. I gotta grab some water. Also, I got some good news. I reconnected with a so back in the 2000s. Oh, Bison, you're selling me on the new broker, man. Anyways, so this is good news. So back in like the 2000s, I used to promote mixed martial arts fights. And, me and my business partner, or my current business partner right now, we had a company that Iowa-based promotion where we were the first Iowa-based company to televise our events on TV, and we televised through Mediacom, which hit all of Iowa and then like 4 surrounding states. It only televised to like 2 million people. And then we started selling some of the content down to the Sun Sports Network down in Florida, and we're viewing to like 20 million people, something like that. Anyways, when we first started doing it, the guy that helped me with all the video production and the helped me with the television broadcasts and stuff like that, I just so happened to run in him the other day, and we reconnected a little bit, and I was telling him about this live stream, and I was like, I need, it took me forever just to research just how to do this much that I got going right now. So I told him, I was like, man, I showed him this other guy's YouTube channel. I was like, I want to get multiple camera angles. I want to be able to you know, like if I want to have a guest, be able to get their face on there, be able to switch different scenes where you go from my chart maybe to my face, you know. You know, maybe get two people on a screen, stuff like that, instead of just my chart. Because that's all you can see right now. You can't see my face, nothing like that. And so this guy is going to help me. Me and him are going to meet up, and I told him I'd pay him to help me basically spice up my channel a little bit more, make it a little bit better. He said he could do that. He'd been working with our local radio station for their podcast or whatever, so we'll see what kind of skills he's got and if he can help me upgrade. I mean, I could do all the research on my own, and you make time for what you want, but I mean, I've got a lot going on. I just don't want to go through the frustration and the time of like trying to learn the shit myself. I'd rather just pay someone to help me out. They can teach me. Be way quicker. So hopefully that's coming. Improve the channel a little bit. And this, okay, so KXIN, you know, I dabbled long here. Add a little bit at 417, dabbled at 413. Now it's bouncing a tiny bit. I mean, I only have 500 shares, so we'll see if it can hold. And maybe if it starts coming back and puts in a higher low, I might look to add to a winner if it keeps grinding up. I don't know if it will, though. Meanwhile, NNDM is holding over VWAP, holding green on the day. So I got the stop loss in at 373. So down here, we'll see if it can hold up. NNDM's one that I feel comfortable just kind of like, I set the stop loss and just leave. Maybe go work out or something and then come back and it should go. Or come back and maybe it'll be at 420 or 430 or something. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, if it went to 430, I would definitely be selling because you got resistance from yesterday. I would sell into a push towards 430. I mean, it might not, but this one's kind of slower moving, so it might, if it can't get that far, it might not even get there till tomorrow. What are people talking about in chat? Volatility halt. PHCF. Look at that one. PHCF. Wow. So it's unhalted now. Went from 3 to 6. $3.7 million shares in the float. Wow. Man, this thing's been halted a lot today. I'm not touching it. Not right now anyways. Added some more to my JMIA short at 518. I'm going to risk 1538, or not 518, 1518. I'm going to risk 1538, which is the red to green. PHCF looks like it's halted again. NNDM holding the 380s. I mean, for the most part, right now, I'm pretty much done trading. I mean, I do got a couple of positions open, but I'm done fucking with the crazy, volatile, super nutty ones. TGC selling off. I mean, we're approaching the 11 a.m. Eastern Time hour, 10 a.m. For me, 9 a.m. for the Pinche Ways. So it could bounce off 2, but it could be an all-day fader too, TGC. MRIN, that was a top percent gainer. It's hitting the high-day scanner. Look at that, MRIN. Wow, MRIN is really squeezing now. Wow, this one looks interesting. We missed that one. Look at that one. Off 2, now we're at 3. Look at that. Oh, look at the high-day break. Missed it. Now it's at 3. Can't buy it into this strength. I'm not buying it. I'll watch it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. FOMO's not going to get me. Man, this thing sold off from 6, so it's got a lot of room. What's the float on this? 5.26 million. I might buy on this pullback. Oh no! It says you gotta call my. I have to call. It's one of those ones where you have to call E-Trade. I tried to buy it in the 590 or the 290s. It says you have to call E-Trade. That sucks. That's such bullshit. Why do they do that with some of them? I'm not calling E-Trade to buy. It takes forever. Oh man, buying your internet's been down. I was wondering where you were at. That sucks. We had some good trade. Right now we're watching MRIN. Look at this thing, squeezing hard. E-Trade won't let me buy it. I just tried to buy it in the 290s. I just tried to buy that little pullback in the 290s. I'd probably be selling half right now at 320. I mean, it could go to 4. If you did buy it here over 3, don't overstay because we are like over $1 off of the consolidation area where it started to ramp. But look at this ramp, man. I definitely would have bought this first pullback for sure, like around 250. Because you know that it's pulling back and it's going to break the high of day. Over 289, I would have sold into the squeeze towards 3 for sure. And it's looked like it's holding up. Look at that. We're going to 350 maybe. If I would have had my 290 in right now, I'd probably be selling the rest up here at 325 or 320. But that's me, though. I'd be selling it because I feel it's going to go right back to 290. You know, I think it's going to have to, in order for it to squeeze to 4, I think it's going to have to like hold its gains, consolidate over VWAP or hug around VWAP, and then maybe go. I don't think it's going to go immediately right now. But I could be wrong. I'm still in NNDM. I sold some up at just to update you, buying. I sold some to the squeeze at like 406 and 408. And then it pulled back. It pulled back and I added right here in the 380s. And I'm risking 373, which is the red green is 374. And so today's the first green day after the low volume sell off for the last couple days. So I think this thing could have the potential to maybe go to 420s, 430s, 440s, 450s. There we go, pulling back to. That's why I would have sold. Look, it's already pulling back to $3. You can buy right now at $3. Keep the stop loss tight though with this one. Ooh, look at that. I'm glad I'm not in. I'd probably just be giving back money. I already got a decent profit on the day. I'm working on a couple of winners. JMIA, I'm short right now, and it's dumping. I probably should be taking some profits. I'm going to see if it can't crack low a day right now. So I'm short right now. I probably should take some profits. All right, I'm going to take some. I got to take some. It's really dumping. Today's first red day. All right, I got some out at 1471. So I shorted this bounce. I almost shorted this pre-market right whenever I got on the live stream, but I didn't want to have too much. Shorted this bounce right here, covered a little bit in this, re-shorted on this bounce, on this double top, and then now it's dumping. Now I'm just going to wait for it to see if it can't crack low a day. Today's first red day. Okay? You guys notice a pattern with me. I like to short the first red days on multi-day runners, and then I like to buy the first green days. Okay? Which is the number 5. So the number 3 is the first red day. The number 5 is the first green day after the low volume sell-off. So JMI is multi-day runner. Today's first red day. Yesterday it put in that shooting star, showing a lot of selling pressure, and then now today it is officially red on the day. See if it can crack low a day. And then NNDM, today is the first green day. Look at that. First green day, NNDM. This thing could bounce to 5. 455. 5 would be probably my absolute goal. But I mean, it could do whatever it wants. It could go to 6. It could go to fucking 10. Look at that. There it goes. Buying at 3. MRIN. Fucking squeeze. Right there off 3. I mean, it'll give it up, so don't overstay. If you're long, take your profits. Trade, not grade. I don't get it. What does that mean? Trade, not grade. Oh, and NNDM is my losing trade from yesterday. I was short yesterday on NNDM. I was short the last 2 days on NNDM, which is why I kind of knew to buy it, because I was been watching it. ASTC looks like it's trying to put in support at $4. Look at ASTC. Look at all these double bottoms. Bottom, 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 bottom. All these bottoms right here. Makes me wish I would have bought it in the 380s. And right now we're approaching 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's a lot of times that's bounce time. I mean, do I think it'll bounce back to 6? Fuck no. Do I think it can bounce to the 480s? Yeah, potentially. 470s? Yeah. I do think it could do that. Okay, MRIN. Consolidating over 3 so far. Testing 350 again, MRIN. Oh, let me get out my book. I never read my quote for the day on my book. Let's see what it says here. Today is October 21st. All right, here it goes. To turn the other cheek means to look at things one way. Then turn and look at them another way. Everything can or should be looked at from more than one point of view. If that doesn't apply to trading, I don't know what does, because that's the fucking truth. You know? Like right now I'm in JMIA. So I'm short bias. My brain is locked in on that this thing is going to go lower and break and crack low a day. But let's look at it from the long side. This could be a double bottom. 360s on MRIN. Yeah. This could just be, you could look at the daily chart on JMIA and say, oh, this is just a, like right I had here a few days ago. This is just a little pullback. And then it gets bought up and it squeezes higher. So definitely, that's good advice for trading actually. Always look at the other side of the coin. Here's yesterday's quote. Become a reverse paranoid. Believe that the whole world is out there plotting to do you good. And tomorrow's says, if you want something you have never had, you got to do something you've never done. Is TGC done for the day? I don't know. Let's look at it. Probably. That's my first thought, but I could be wrong. Hey, right now it's bounce time. So $2. I mean, this is an extremely volatile stock. TGC could go to bounce to VWAP. I mean, right now, I wouldn't, if it keeps fading. Oh fuck, we missed it. Damn it. We should have bought it at like 205, 206. Maybe. Well, let's watch it. Let's see if it puts in. Okay, right now it's pulling back a little bit. I'm gonna dabble. Right now is bounce time. Give me some. All right, I got some. Right now is bounce time. I mean, I really would rather have it closer to $2, like say like 210, 207, but TGAC's pretty volatile. Plus, right now is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So many stocks bounce at this time. So, but I'm definitely not. If this thing cracks $2, I'm not staying in. In fact, I think it's probably going to pull back to 210. So maybe I'll sell a little bit and then add down closer to. I got it at 222. I don't like my my entry. So I sold half at 224. I'm going to wait for it to pull back a little bit more to maybe like 212, 210, 215 right in there, and I'm going to try to add again. Dude, MRIN up to 4 now. I wish I could have bought it, but fucking E-Trade wouldn't let me. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. So my grandpa says, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Right, Matt? $4. Ooh, look at JMI. Pay me now. First red day, bitch. Come on, crack that lower day. It's hacking through it. Give it up. I'm going to put in an order at 210. It might not even go to 210. It might not pull back. It might not pull back. I think it will. See, now I'm getting FOMO because I sold half my position on TGC. Ooh, we're cracking low a day. Gonna have to cover some into this flush. How low is it going to go? There we go. Keep going. All right, I covered some more. I'm going to hold the rest. And there we go. We're starting to pull back a little bit on TGC. There's the 215, 214. I got an order at 212. All right, I just got executed at 212. And it might just continue lower. I'm going to cut it at 204. I'm not even going to wait for $2. It's either going to fucking get bought up now or I'm getting out. I mean, right now is the time when stocks bounce. I mean, I could be off. My timing could be off a little bit, but I mean, it's already sold off a lot. So it's either going to get bought up right now or fucking it's done. Or I'm done. Looks like Mark Crook went long JKS, risking low a day. All right, put in the stop loss at 204. I'm going to look at JKS. Mark Crook is long that one. He has good trade ideas. JKS. So he's doing the same thing I am. He's dip buying. 11 a.m. He's doing the exact same thing I am. Is this a multi-day runner? Ooh, wow. Look at that. Today's first red day, though, on this one. Golly. It's too high price for me, though. If I was going to do anything, I'd be waiting for a short. I'd be waiting for a bounce to short into. Meanwhile, TGC. Please get bought up. Okay. Wouldn't it be sweet? Look, TJC is very volatile, so I mean, I would not be surprised to see this thing get up near 3. And I'll happily take $1 a share. MRIN. Pulling back to 350. There we go. Up to 219, up to 220. So my average is 214 now on TGC. So hopefully we can get over get over 225. I mean, I think this could go. Get over 225. I hope so. There's 220. It's making me want to sell my first lot of shares that I had at 222. What? All right, I sold my first lot of shares that I bought at 222. I sold them at 219. So now my new average is 212. So now I'm not risking as much. I'm going to risk 204. See if it can keep going. Is it going to go? I don't know if it is. This may be one of those ones that just fades all day. So that's why if it cracks 2, you just can't get stubborn with it, because it may fade and just never come back, like Staff did last week. We don't want to end up in that position where we're adding to a fucking loser and it's just giving it up and never coming back. So here's another pullback, 213, 212. Okay, I'm going to add those shares back that I just sold. I'm going to try to add them back at 213, and I missed it. I might still get an execution. No, I just got an execution. So now I'm going to put my stop loss in. And it should risk 204. I'm not risking 199. So now we'll see if this trade will work. I got the stop loss in at 204. It should be 199, but a lot of times if you put it in with E-Trade anyway, say I put the stop loss in at like 199, well, when it cracks that $2, it might get an immediate like 10-15 cent flush, and E-Trade won't execute me a lot of times right at 199. They might execute me at like 190. So it's kind of why I stuck it in a little bit, you know, basically the low of this candle. Because if it can't hold 204, I don't think it's going to fucking hold 2. Oh, thanks, Bison, on the JMIA. Maybe I should just take it all off right now, because right now it might start bouncing. I could, if it bounces up to 15, I could reshort it again. Won't be too greedy. I'll just cover it, take the rest off. I'm out completely of JMIA. If it bounces back up to 15, I'll look to reshort it anywhere close to 15, and then maybe swing it to tomorrow for another red day. That MRIN's sweet looking chart, man. Look at that. Look at that chart. Look how fucking awesome that is. Look at this. Look at this. It sells off, and then look at this ramp. That is pretty. I like that. And then look how it got rejected by VWAP. So you see this big squeeze, you know. Don't buy into the squeeze. You know, you see VWAP there. Most likely it's going to act like resistance. Gets rejected, it pulls back, then you buy it. Boom, 250. Buy it that $50 number. Then you can expect the second try to break out over the high a day. Boom, and then you sell at 3. Or you sell half at 3 and then hold the rest. It's a nice setup right there. And it's holding up right now, MRIN. Meanwhile, TGC, I don't know how I feel about TGC. There's 217. I'm going to move my stop loss up. TGC. Look at that. Never go 220s on TGC. Come on, you son of a biche. So we get over 220. I'm gonna start taking the profits on my first lot of shares. Oops, no, I didn't sell any yet. Is it gonna get over 220? Doesn't look like it wants to, does it? Come on, pop over 220. Why is 220 so tough for it? Nope, rejected. I'll move my stop loss up to 209. Probably too tight of a stop loss, but I don't care. I don't want to give back my profits from this morning. It's either going to do what I want or I'm fucking done with it. It's getting bought up over 210. I feel like 210 should hold. See, 210 is holding. It's put in a low at 204, put in a higher low at 210. So I feel like ideally it should go. I think my charts are delayed on Thinkorswim. Uh-oh, NNDM. This is the one I was sure of the most. That's what I'm talking about. You can never be too sure. NNDM about to go red on the day again. About to take me out on my stop loss. That's okay, though. If it goes, it goes. I got my stop for a reason. It's testing red to green right now. So I got the stop in at 373. It's at 376 right now by 377. MRIN selling off to 3 now. And there goes NNDM. Nothing's guaranteed. And that was the setup I was had the most conviction in. I mean, it's not really busting through red to green though. That sucks. It's not getting through it. And it fucking took me out. I got back in at 377. Because it didn't take me out. It barely touched it. Barely took me out at 373 and then just came right back. So I should have put it at like 369. So that's what I'll do. Because I still kind of believe in the long. I just set my stop loss too tight. And TGC is going to get over 220 or what? There we go. It's 220. TGC. 221. It's annoying me how it can't get over 220 right now. There it goes. 221 by 222. When it pops over 225 on TGC, I'm going to sell some into that first little push over 225. There it goes. There it goes. 225. All right, I sold some right there, 225, just in case it gets rejected. My charts are definitely delayed on TGC because right now the bid and the ask on my E-Trade Pro is 225 by 226, and right now on here it's showing fucking 215. So there goes 230. Here we go. Now it's starting to bounce. 11 a.m. bounce time. So my next goal is going to be 250. All right, I'm lying. 240. You get 240, I'll take some off at 240. I got a sell order at 239. Oh, didn't get it. Getting rejected so far. Hmm, 230 is rejected. See how my Thinkorswim charts are behind. It's at 219 now. It's weird. Huh. Maybe I'm in the paper trading part. No, it says real-time data. It should say slow-time data. So here we go. There's the 230s. Maybe I should sell it at 230. Nah, well, I got to order at 239. I just tried to sell some at 234, missed it. I might get it again though. Come on. Come to daddy. $2.34, 1 more cent. Oh, fuck it. 2.30, I'll take it. Okay, I got it out at 2.32. Not all of it, I still got another piece. We'll let the last of it ride. See if it can really bounce. See, I don't know. Okay, so right now, I don't know if you look right here, you got this resistance from, about half hour, 45 minutes ago or whatever. You got this resistance here in the 240. So I don't know if that's gonna block it and it's just gonna roll back over and then go lower on the day, or if it's gonna be able to bust through that 240s. I'm gonna try to hold this last piece. I'm gonna try to hold it to like 275 if it can go. Best case scenario for me would be 3. And it may pull back to like 220. May chop around a little bit before it goes. What price did you get it at buying? Oh, you grabbed some at 208. Out at 224. Nice. CBAT on the grind. That was a runner from a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? CBAT. Yeah, I mean, it's spiking today. Man, we missed the number 5 dip buy on this one. Look at this daily. Spike, went from 1 to 360s, and it sold off, low volume sell off, and then look at this squeeze. All the way from, we missed that one, from 2 to fucking 5. Look at that. Now it's mid-range, so right now I don't know if it's going to get rejected by this resistance up here in the 360s, or is it going to continue to have multiple green days and keep going. I don't know what it's going to do, so I can't buy it. I don't want to short it, so let's leave it alone. All right. Meanwhile, TGC pulling back to the 220s. I may add back some shares right here. 222. All right, I got some at 220. Ooh, nasty. So now my new average is 216. We'll see if it can hold this. I'm still going to risk 209. I added some shares back. And I got out of my JMIA too early. It's down to the 1420s. I thought it was going to bounce off 1450. But it didn't. NNDM still holding green on the day. So now, man, this is kind of sucks. My charts are delayed. But real-time data, right now it's at 221. So it pulled back some more, and now it looks like it's putting in another higher low. So we got the first higher low at 204, the second one at 210, and now it looks like it's putting another higher low at like 217. So hopefully we can get another, another higher low, and then hopefully we can get a break over 240, 250, and we can get some extended candles to sell into around the like 260s, 270s, 280s. That'll end up being a really nice trade. Make like 60 cents on a $2 stock. That's fucking a nice percentage gain. But it may just roll over and die right here. You know, this resistance right here in the 230s and 240s may have just smacked it down. May not let it come back. And NNDM going to go red. I got the stop loss in. I don't know if Henry is out there. Is Henry in the live stream? I don't know what he's doing today. I told him to call me if he wanted to come on. He must be doing something. But anyways, if he's out there, thank you for calling me this morning. He called me whenever WEI. I was sleeping. He woke me up and was like, WEI is open now. So he actually saved me some money there because I would have slept through that. And then I was able to add down at 4 and then just sell into that push. And NNDM, I'm out. I'm done with it for now. It is going red on the day, so it's continuing to give it up. The trade idea worked out for a while, though. Sold into that morning spike, so made a little bit of money on it. Gave a little bit back, but that's okay. MRIN back down to 290. So if you're out there, Henry, thank you for the phone call. And we're at the 220s now on TGC. KXIN. Ooh, wow. Oh, KXIN all the way down to the 370s. I didn't see that. Sweet. Maybe not sweet, but this is where I really wanted to start buying some KXIN up is like anywhere close to 350. Right now it's bouncing. So I need to get a stop loss in on TGC. TGC. Oh, it's down to 208 now. All right, I got to get the stop loss in because TGC looks like it's going to crack low a day. Okay, I got the stop loss in on TGC at 204. Looks like it's about to break through it, and it did. I'm out with TGC. This failed bounce. But KXIN, I think is going to be. I think tomorrow might have a first green day. Look at this dump right here into the 360s. But I don't want to buy into the strength. We'll see what it does. But I mean, if you look at like the 15-minute chart or even the 5-minute chart, let's look at the 15-minute chart. I mean, so right here you got this consolidation. So you got a high here in the 350s. You got consolidation and you got a spike up here in the 350s. So I'm thinking the 350s could be the bottom. And if you look at it right now, I mean, when it dumped anywhere close to the 350, it immediately got bought right back up. Now it's at 385. I'm going to add some here at 388. Okay, I added a little bit. So right now KXIN is my only position, and I'm planning on swinging this to tomorrow, unless you know, I mean, it could, unless it like, this is the bottom right here, and then it just starts grinding back and it goes back. I mean, if this thing went up to, I mean, if it bounced all the way up to like 450, I would have to sell it 460, 470, but I don't think it'll do that today. But could be wrong. And JMIA is starting to bounce a little bit. So if JMIA can bounce back up to 15, I'll reshort that and swing that tomorrow. So I'm going to keep an eye on NNDM. Lower the better. I hope NNDM keeps going lower. We thought today was going to be the first green day. I mean, it put this double bottom in right here, the 340s. And we had a little spike, but it could get bought up right here. I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone for now. Just keep an eye on it. JMIA is bouncing. TGC down to 194. So that's it right now. Anyone else? Anyone else think or swim off? It is off. It is delayed, Matt. It's delayed. Mine's delayed. My think or swim. Yeah, it is throwing prices off. Because like right now, if I look at NM, well, for example, let's look at like KXIN. Right now says 386, right, on Thinkorswim, but on mine, on my E-Trade Pro, it says 391. So yeah, it is off a few cents today. I don't know why. That sucks. See what else they're talking about in chat. WWR test to 4? That's all the way down to 4? Holy shit, no way. Thank God I didn't stay in that one. Look, I immediately sold into this bounce right here. Got out. Look at that. All the way down to fucking 4. Jesus Christ. Look at this fucking sell-off. Unreal. It's, you know, it's rare to see stocks do this. Look at this. I mean, that's why nothing is guaranteed. You can never be like too sure of anything. God, but you think it'd bounce at 4. I kind of want to buy it here at 4. I mean, if you look at the daily on this thing, it's so rare that a stock goes straight up and straight down with no real significant, like a 1 or 2 days of bouncing. Usually when they go up like this, they'll pull. I've seen these charts so many fucking times, and like after a low volume sell off, you know, I mean, even down like say 6, you know, you'll at least get 1 or 2 green days, like maybe like 2 green days, 2, maybe 3. Sometimes they keep going and they break out, like VVPR did. But this one, just nothing. And it might still bounce. I don't know. It might. I mean, I kind of want to buy it off 4, but Jesus. It's a whole dollar number. 4. I mean, and there is, if you look at the daily, or if you look at, like, say, like the 15-minute chart. I mean, well, look at the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart says it should have some support here around 4. Man, I'm having a real hard time not buying it, but it had one decent bounce, and What is JFU doing? JFU. Look at that sell-off. Rejected. Man, I wish I could have got short at 2. I tried. Look at that. 2 to 150. Sell-off. What a sell-off. That's the theme of the day, man. Seriously. That is the theme of the day. Take your profits into strength. Sell into that strength. Don't overstay. And yes, there's times whenever the stock keeps going and you could have made X amount of dollars more. But if you just keep selling into strength every time and taking your profits and looking for good setups, you're going to make money. You don't got to be perfect. TGC down to 190. Now is it time to bounce? TGC? I think so. Oops, I did it again. I just bought TGC again at 190. Still wanting the bounce. Man, I'm glad I cut it at 204 earlier. This looks like this is the last time I'm going to try it. The 11 a.m. bounce. Let's see if it goes. TGC right now. I was just about to be done for the day, but I'm like, man, it might bounce here. Or not. Or we'll crack low a day and go lower. See, if I would have had a high-end broker, I would have been shorting this motherfucker. I'm fading it. I got long at 192 on TGC. Alright, it's not going. It's going to crack low a day. I'm not going to stick around and give money back. Put in a stop loss at 187. Alright, starting to bounce a little bit. It's up to 194, 195. Hey, it looks like my Thinkorswim charts are coming back a little bit better now. Yeah, my Thinkorswim charts are working now. So now it's with it. Yep, you noticed it too. It's back on track. I wonder what happened. Alright, I don't believe in TGC, so I'm just going to take my 2-cent profit and or 3-cent profit, 4-cent profit. I mean, it could bounce, I don't know. I need to get some exercise, so I'll take my 60 bucks or whatever, 80 bucks. And be done with it. It's going to be break time for me. The only position I got is the KXIN. Look at this daily. Low volume sell-off. I think we get a bounce tomorrow. I'm calling it right now. I'm saying KXIN bounces tomorrow. I think KXIN is such a volatile stock too. I think it could be at $6 tomorrow easily. So I'm just looking for spots to add to my position on KXIN. I'll be watching it for spots to add, but I think tomorrow we should have a first green day with KXIN. I might be one day off. Could be Friday. Who knows? But I mean, in all the number 5 dip buy ideas, you know, the only one that really has been so stubborn, hasn't worked very well, and it did work well. I just didn't sell all my profits at 9 when it gapped up that morning. Was WWR. Other than that, most every single one of them has worked out pretty nicely. Buy in, see you Friday. I'm kind of tempted to do a power hour live stream because there's been a lot of shit running power hour. Yes, Brian, thank you for tuning in. Sorry your internet dropped out. That sucks. Oh, TGC might bounce, but I don't care. I'm going to go get some exercise. I still owe Matt some burpees. Oh, my knee hurts. Maybe I just need to work it out a little bit. But thank you guys. It was fun. Made a few bucks. Made a few bucks. And we'll see you Friday. So every Friday, for those of you who are new, every Friday or every Wednesday, Friday, go live at 8:10 or 9:10 Eastern Standard Time. 8:10 my time, which is Central Standard Time. Every Wednesday and Friday. Need to sprinkle in a power hour though. If there's anything going. Other than that, I'm going to take a break. I got business business to take care of. You guys have trade safe. Be well. I'll see you guys Friday. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.